Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Sharon coming at you again with my co-host.
Co-host Jamal. We back at it again.
Well, today we want to talk about Mama Bear. Mama Bear is out here mad because people messing with her little baby cub Jada. And she ain't having it.
This one we call this True Crime. Surviving Jada Pinkett.
Well, they said the hell has no fury like a woman scorned. So old Jada is feeling a little bitter, a little unloved, a little unworthy. So Mama Barry trying to lick her baby cub to make her feel good.
Mama Baby Bear came in out. Let's play some more she got to say.
Painful. You know, yours is not it's not a happy story, right? But I do want to start out as your mama, right? To clarify some things, because I'm a little tired of all the vitriol being thrown your way. I'm sick of it.
Right.
And I just want to say that, when you guys decided to separate, okay, that was a decision that both of you made. You're both separated. You did not cheat on Will.
Pause. If you're still married, that's still cheating. I don't care if you're living apart.
In the eyes of God, and I'm not God's personal assistant, but in His Word, He said that she, as long as she's married to her husband, and even when she's not, if she divorced her husband for no reason, she is bound to her husband forever. So if she marry again or be in a relationship with someone, she is committing adultery. That's what God said. I didn't say that. Don't come to me. I'm just a messenger. I didn't write it.
See, the old Mama Bear came out with her fangs out. See, this is where she get her attitude from her mama.
Yeah, I mean, Mama is trying to do what you call that? When you mess up and you try to come back and clean yourself up.
Pretty much what she's trying to do, clean up job.
So the thing is that if she had divorce will, according to the Bible, she's still committing adultery because Will is still alive. The only time you're free, the Bible says, I keep saying the Bible says because I'm probably going to get the backlash. The Bible says as long as your husband is still alive, you are committing adultery if you get with someone else. So, don't try to justify nothing. Just say, look, this is how I'm going to live. This is what I'm going to do. And I don't give a flying flip about anybody else. Come out and just say that.
I'm all about self.
It's me. I'm doing me. I don't care. Just come out and say that.
See, this is where she get this wordplay from her mama. Entanglement, vitriol. Nobody use no word like that.
Well, like I said, Mama trying to do damage control.
See, the problem is, if Mama would have raised her daughter properly, yeah, I said her mama and her daddy. They would have raised her properly. She wouldn't be See, that's why she was gonna name her book Unlovable at first, because she feel unloved.
Well, her mama was a heroin addict. Her daddy was a heroin addict. The daddy died from overdose. So, where was the love?
There was none. This woman is severely traumatized.
And she was saying her mama never cuddled with her. Her mama never hugged her. So, I can see how she can feel unlovable.
But at a certain age, it's time to get over that.
Well,
it's time to go use some therapy.
Instead of making Will the bad guy, just say what the bad guy is. The bad guy is you didn't get what you needed when you was growing up, and it made you go into this fantasy world where you fantasize what a family should be like. You fantasize what a relationship should be like, and nobody is able to fulfill that fantasy of yours.
And the problem is, she's delusional because she's still in love with the dead man.
Well, she created this relationship, this fantasy relationship with Tupac. You know, if they had gotten in a relationship, she wouldn't have been happy with him because she had this fantasy. She living a fantasy. She looking for a fantasy, which she would never be able to find. I don't care how many men she go through, she is not gonna find that perfect nirvana that she's looking for because there's no such thing.
Now let's play some more of what whole Mama Bear, angry Mama Bear, gotta say.
Right. You're both parties are living their lives. Both. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not just you. Right. And I need to make that really clear. Right. Because I'm a little sick of that foolishness. I got you, Gam. I understand. All right. I understand. I love Will to death. You know, he's my guy. He's we are family. And I think the other thing that people need to be clear about is that this is not a tell-all.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. This is it's a tell-all from her fantasy world.
Looney Tunes world.
Well, the world she had to create for herself when she was a child. She had to create this world for herself as a child to be able to cope with the madness that was in her home. Now, her mama and daddy were drug addicts. She said her father was abusive to her mother, and her mother used to sit and nod at the table. So she had to, in order to keep her sanity, in order for Jada to keep her sanity, she had to escape into this fantasy world.
Now, this woman is 50 years in her 50s, and now her mama want to be the mama.
Well, she
felt guilty.
Well, Mama Bear knew she had damaged her cub, and Mama Bear trying to make amends for her lack of being a parent, especially when Jada needed her most. Now Mama is trying to make amends for that, and you can't really make amends for that because you can't go back and change it. So you can't go back and start over again and do it right. No. So things would never. No, I suppose Jada has accepted what has happened to her. So that's why she was able to start having a relationship with her mother. But I'm sure it's not all hunky-dory. But she's able to coexist with her mother.
See, the thing is, in the black community, we don't like to admit when we need help. Jada should have got her some therapy.
Well, true that. Her mama should have got her therapy when she was a child.
That's true. That's true as well.
So, no, her mama was too preoccupied.
She was in them streets.
Well, no, she was a nurse for all those years. So it's not like they lived on the street. She was a functional addict, so she was able to work. But she was too preoccupied with herself instead of putting all her focus and her attention on her child. It was focused on her and her habit. Not knocking addiction. I know addiction is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing, and I applaud her for being able to get into recovery and living a better life. I respect that. I'm glad she was able to do that before she destroyed herself. But
she didn't destroy herself, but she destroyed her relationship with her daughter.
She destroyed her child, but she's trying to make amends for it by going along with whatever Jada says. They're trying to make her feel better. But the thing is, until no, I am not a psychiatrist, but no, I have seen this in my career. Jada escaped. Now Jada's having trouble trying to cipher through what is real and what's not real, but she still thinks her relationship with Tupac is very real.
She claimed this man kissed her twice and proposed to her while he was in Rikers.
But we kind of know that's a lie, because as hung up as she is, I ain't gonna say was, she still is on this man. If he had proposed to her, she would have jumped in head first. But who really knows? But I think she is trying to sell her book so bad that she's willing to do whatever whatever she has to do to get people interested in her book. Because who want a book by Jada Pinkett?
Nobody really.
Who is Jada Pinkett? Why would I go out here and buy a book from Jada Pinkett? You better throw me something. And that's what she's doing. She's throwing out scraps so you can go and buy her book. Oh, man, most people want to buy the book because they want to try to find out about Will.
Yeah. See, the problem is, it's not being said, but Will done something to this woman.
Probably.
This scorn.
I mean, what Will did to her was not being the man that she wanted. No, he couldn't live up to her fantasy.
Couldn't live up to the fantasy of a dead man's life.
Well, Tupac wouldn't have been able to live up to that fantasy if he was alive, but because she had this fantasy in her head what a perfect relationship, a perfect family, a perfect life should be, it can't no man, I don't care who you are, no man would be able to fulfill that fantasy she had. Because remember she said they separated because neither one of them could live up to the fantasy that they had.
Exactly.
She said that came out of her mouth. Yeah. So she got this warped sense of
false reality.
Well, yeah. And nobody would be able to satisfy Jada Pinkett until she gets some help and realize it's her. She was damaged as a child. She was hurt.
Now she got to damage Will Smith.
Well,
and Will allowing it to happen.
Well, it's not that she's damaging Will Smith intentionally. But anybody that can't fulfill this dream of hers and make her world real, her fantasy world real, they would get burned. They would be a casualty in her life. She's going to overstep everybody. I mean, even Walker's couldn't make her reach that fantasy. Will can't do it.
And the other problem is, she knows she's in her 50s. Nobody's checking for her.
Well,
that's why they both still holding on.
Well, no, remember, Jada living in this fantasy world.
She's living in Peter Pan land.
She's looking for that perfect life. And that's just like when the addicts, they always chasing that first high. That first high is mind-boggling. And they always chasing that first high, and they can never find it. They will destroy themselves looking for that first high. And that's what Jada is doing. Jada is throwing away everything in her life to reach that fantasy that she so desperately desired.
Another thing is, even if you didn't want to be a mother, what type of mother would sleep with her son's friend?
She's looking for that. She's looking for the goal at the end of the rainbow.
There is no goal for Jada.
She don't know that. She's still looking for that magic world out there. She's still looking for nirvana.
The thing is, also, Jada had to realize she had hit the wall. The wall is undefeated.
In her world, it's still possible.
No.
She's in and out of reality. She's in and out of reality.
She's still on the mushrooms she's been taking. That's all I'm going to say.
No, she's in and out of reality. She wants to leave Will, to look for something better, but she's afraid to let Will go in case she don't find what she's looking for.
I understand that, but also at her age,
Well,
there's nobody else coming. Like the thing is, hold on. Like there's nobody better coming for this crazy woman. And the only thing that would happen, someone would do the Humpty Hump dance with her.
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. In Jada's world, there is no better. Because she ain't going to find no better because she got this warped sense of reality. I don't care how many men she go through, they will not be able to fulfill her fantasy. And instead of her mama agreeing with her and edging her on, and trying to, she needs to look, baby. This is what the problem is.
See.
But she's not doing that. She's defending her daughter's behavior.
See, only thing that's gonna save Jada, she go back to the graveyard and dig up Tupac.
Oh wow,
and do voodoo on him, bring him back to life.
That is not gonna save her because when Tupac become real, if Tupac was alive today, she would have done the same thing to him if they were in a relationship. Because I tell you, nobody can fulfill this need that she has inside of her. And it's been inside of her since she was a child, this need for love and acceptance, and nobody can give it to her because she has blown it out of proportion.
Let's play some more this dysfunctional family. I thought my family was dysfunctional.
Oh wow!
Wow. I'm gonna
say dysfunction coming out.
This is not what this
is a different level of dysfunction.
Book is about. And you talk about how originally you wanted to name the book Unlovable. Yeah, I did. Wow. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, just the pain of that. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't want to name it Unlovable because it was like Unlovable being the start of my journey, and that I feel like so many of us feel that way.
Right. But that's what the book is about. It's about the journey
through unlovableness.
Right.
Yeah.
From being feeling unlovable to now feeling worthy.
Yeah.
And what it takes to get there, because there's a lot of us who have been through that.
Yeah, it's such a universal feeling.
Exactly.
Which is why I wanted to write the book, right? I wanted to write the book because I just wanted to really show the journey that I was on, like what it took for me to get to a place of self-worth, because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
And I think people need to understand that too, because we think that if it's not easy, then we're cursed. Something's wrong with us.
Right.
We don't deserve it. And it's like, no, that it's a difficult journey for all of us.
All right, so you guys heard what Danny had to say. Now
I got this from Tough Podcast Productions.
Like she's still not there.
Something's wrong with us.
She is still not there. And she's not there because she is not willing to do the work to get there. What did she do to get to there? What did she do? Did she go to counseling? Did she get therapy? I mean, what did she do to reach the point now that she feel worthy? How can you take a broken piece of glass and do nothing to it,
and it's gonna be fixed again?
How?
You can't. You gotta take that glass to the glass shop.
Gotta get you some crazy glue, right?
Crazy glue, that nano glue. Not that I'm aware of, she has not gotten any help. So she gonna stay in this dysfunctional world.
Well, she's not saying she wouldn't got help.
Nope.
And if she had gotten help, her and Will might still be together.
That could be true, but who knows?
She's still not there. And right now she's trying to do anything to sell this book. She is willing to do anything to sell this book. Because if this book flop,
She'll go right back to Will.
no, if this book flop, it's going to do some more damage to this her damaged inner child that's still seeking approval, and still seeking love, and still seeking acceptance. And if this book fails, she's gonna start back being feeling unlovable
Again.
because she had not. She's hoping this book will save her now.
But and actually, nothing can save her till she go get her some help.
She got to heal. She hadn't healed yet. Because if by the mere fact that she break down and cry every time she talk about Tupac, that's telling me she feel in her heart of hearts that if Tupac was still alive and they could have a relationship, she would be whole. Can't no living person make you feel loved and whole and acceptable if you don't feel that way about yourself.
I 100% agree with it.
And for her mother to come out here and agree with this mess,
To be the yes woman.
she gonna be the yes woman because she knows she messed up back then, and she trying to co-sign anything Jada says and anything Jada do because she wants this relationship with Jada. She don't want Jada to focus on her and place the blame on her for the reason she in the space that she's in. So in order to do that, she co-signed with Jada's mess.
You're exactly right. Until this woman gets some help, it might be a little too late for her to get help.
But no, I don't think it's ever too late. Because she gonna need counseling, she gonna need God, she gonna need prayer. She's looking for help in all the wrong places. She ain't gonna find it in the bed with the man. She's not gonna find it there because God is the only man that can take this broken piece of a person and put her back together again.
Exactly right.
So until she do something to straighten herself out, she's gonna always feel less than. Because the fact that she's 50-something years old and still talking about her mama never covered with her. That little inner child in there is still looking for that, and she's looking for it elsewhere instead of. I don't know. I guess. Well, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it.
Let's focus in on Mama's face. That's the face of guilt, shame, and regret.
Well,
look at it.
Well, I'm sure Mama Bear is willing to say anything and do anything in order to be able to spend time with Jada. And in Mama Bear's mind, if she does this, then that means she have overcome her past shame, her past guilt. Because Mama's dealing with shame and guilt from her past.
Exactly right.
And in order for, she's trying to make her daughter feel good and trying to do what she should have done 50-something years ago.
Yep.
That she didn't do.
Exactly right on it. I don't disagree with that at all.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going to become of that. No, I really wish the best for Jada. I wish she would. Her and her mama need to be in counseling together, because she need to be in counseling with her mama because her mama caused all this. Her mama is the root cause of all the problems in Jada's life.
Like the old saying goes, hurt people, hurt people.
Hurt people, hurt people. And it's a cycle. I mean look at what she done to her kids. She even though she was there with her kids, She didn't have nothing to give them. You can't give what you don't have. So Jada didn't have it within her to be the best mother she could have possibly been to her kids. She mothered her kids the way she think she should have been mothered, by letting them do whatever they want to do and act in the way they want to act, because she didn't have no foundation. Her mother wasn't a mother.
The problem with Will and Jada is they let money raise their kids.
Well, Will was just as damaged as Jada. He grew up in a household with his daddy beating his mama, and his mama, so he didn't have a foundation on what it takes to be a parent. She didn't have a foundation on what it takes to be a parent. So they came together with their sick ideas, what they think a parent should be, and look at the outcome.
So the thing is, they think since they win in money, that's gonna help them be better parents. And it's actually not gonna happen.
Well, that Will and Jada dysfunctional, so they finding self-worth.
And material stuff.
Will finding his self-worth in his career, and Jada is finding her self-worth in, I don't know how she found her self-worth, but Will is hiding behind his fame in order to make himself feel good, but he still feel rotten on the inside, I'm sure, because I'm sure he didn't go get no help from the damage he had from his childhood. So he came from a damaged childhood, and so did Jada. And those two people got together
and made more chaos in the world.
And raised up two damaged children. I know she probably don't think her children are damaged, and they probably don't think they're damaged, but they are.
Well.
So two sick people. I mean, I'm not saying sick people to be mean, but well, let me go. Two dysfunctional people cannot come together and be functional. If you don't know how to live and I don't know how to live, how are we going to live?
You can't.
We're going to live the same way we grew up, in dysfunction. And that's what they created. They're just wealthy. And people look on them and think they got themselves together, but they don't. They don't have themselves together, and it shows. Now they can't even hold it together no more.
Like I said, this has been an episode of True Crime, surviving Will and Jada and Gammy.
Who?
Gammy, that's what she called grandmother, her mother, Gammy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Who is Gammy?
Yeah.
So, this is a mess. Jada Pinkett childhood is a mess. Will Smith childhood is a mess. And those two broken people came together to try to, I'm sure he had a fantasy idea what he thought a family should be and marriage should be. And she got the fantasy idea what she think a life should be. So they could, of course they couldn't satisfy each other because each other couldn't fit into each other's fantasy world.
You're exactly right.
But, well, let me get up off my soapbox. I said about all that need to be said about this situation.
Hopefully I said too. Also, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, leave us a comment. What you think? Do you think we're way off? Or do you think maybe this makes sense now, what Jada is doing?
It's all coming to a crash.
I mean, it was a train wreck waiting to happen anyway. It took a long time for the trains to wreck, but they off track. So let us know what you think and give us that thumbs up. I know you watching. I see you. You go. I mean, you gonna come out here and watch me and not subscribe to me? Not even give me a like? Right. Wow. But until we meet next time, be blessed.
We out.